Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
Today we're checking out Ancient Knowledge.
From Yellow.
Yes.
This game plays 2 to 4 players and plays in about 30 minutes per player. So, thanks to Danny at Flat River Group for sending us this copy of Ancient Knowledge, but she didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. She gave it to us because she knows we like to play all the games. So, do you like card manipulation and drafting and all sorts of stuff? So,
yeah.
Then that's what you're going to get in Ancient Knowledge.
It's very pretty too.
So, this is not really a Civ building game, but this game basically has your civilization moving forward into the future, and your things that you have built are sliding away into the past.
It's weird.
And you are trying to retrieve knowledge from all of your things that you have built before that knowledge becomes lost in the past. If knowledge becomes lost in the past, they're worth negative points. You usually don't want that, though there are some cards that give you incentive to lose that knowledge. So let's go ahead and
strategy every time because I know I'm gonna mess up.
So let's go ahead and take a look at this game while I teach you all the rules. Wow, it took a second to catch up there.
It did.
What you are going to do is you are going to shuffle up all of these cards, and there are a lot, as you can see. Unless this is your first game. If this is your first game, you can't. There are 4 starting hands that have a symbol. It's a little hot, but okay, you'll see these little triangles down here. It either has 1, 2, 3, or 4 triangles down here in the corner. There you go. You can see I've got the little 4 triangle cards. You are going to take all of the cards of one type, and that will be your starting hand. However, if you have played before, you're going to deal 10 cards to each player, and you're going to discard 4 cards, only keeping 6. Now, we have 6 cards in your starting hand. Any starting hand cards that don't get played all go into the shuffle pile. If you are playing with 3 and 4 players, they each get to draw 1 extra card after selecting their initial 6. So, you are also going to place the 3 technology tiles here in the center so that 2 of them are turned to level 1, 1 of them is turned to level 2. You're going to shuffle up all the 1 and 2s. You're going to deal out 1s on the 1 row and 2s on the 2 row, like so. Then I'm going to hide these off to the side so they are a little bit out of the way. So, each player has a player board. The place at the top is called your timeline. This is where you are going to play these cards, and you're going to play them face up. In your timeline has space for basically 2 rows of cards. The first card you play is always going to be right above your player board. If you play a second card to a position, it's going to go above the first card, and that's the only time. You're never going to have a card just sitting here floating in space like this. If this card is ever removed, this card, whoosh, right to the bottom, just like so. The area over to the left is called your past. As things move in your timeline, they will fall off into the past. Once a player has 14 monuments in the past, that will trigger the end of the game. In the middle of the board, you've got space for 5 artifacts. That's this little purple grail looking token here. And then the zone to the right of your board lets you sort out your technology cards by type. You've got Ancient, which is the little Nefertiti head right here. You've got Writing, which is the little quill pen right here. And you've got Secret, which is this Ankh symbol. So, and that's where you're going to put all of those technologies that you acquire during the game. So, and you're going to place all of the knowledge tokens where people can get to them. And whenever knowledge falls off, as I said, it turns into lost knowledge. You've got a spot on your board for it. Any knowledge that you put here is going to be negative points at the end of the game, as I mentioned. So, starting with the first player, which is Steph, she is going to take 2 actions chosen from the 5 available options. She could create, learn, archive, excavate, or search. Some of these options are clearly worse than others. I will go over all 5 options with you. So, to create a monument, it's pretty easy. You can create any one of the 3 monument types. I believe there are orange monuments and blue monuments and green monuments. At the very top of your board, you'll see the different monument types that you can build. So choose a monument card in your hand, add it to your timeline. If there is a symbol on the top left of the card, you must discard that number of cards from your hand. For example, if I were to play this monument, I have to discard this many cards of my choice from my hand. If I can't discard the cards, I can't create that monument. And you're going to put this card where it says in this circle. So this is going to go in position 4. Boom. I'm going to put it right here in position 4. I'm going to add as many knowledge to this card as the number shown in the colored band. For this one, that's not going to be a lot. I've only got 1 knowledge that I have to put on this card, as you can see. If there is a lightning bolt effect, a lightning bolt symbol shown in the colored band, you immediately apply the effect. Otherwise, you apply as much. If you can't apply the full effect, you just apply as much of it as you can. So, only when you're creating a monument, you could play your monument on a.
If you wanted to show it.
Is that it? Is that it for now, or is that when it goes in the past?
Oh.
Is that in the colored band? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, that's.
I was not going to show that.
Got it. That was it.
I'm not certain. It has been a little while. I was not going to.
Got it.
I was not going to show that off yet.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, where was I? Only when you are creating a monument, you can put this in a different column than the number sometimes. In order to move this over a space to the left or to the right, I have to discard 1 additional card in addition to what you have to discard to create the monument in the first place. And you can do it as many times as you want. However, you cannot take a monument and immediately kick it over into the past. The farthest you can move it is to the 1 position. If there is a lock symbol in the top left, and I don't have one in my hand, but if you see a little lock symbol in the top left, you cannot move it off of that space in that way. So if this 4 had a lock on it, you do have one. That's awesome. So notice that Steph would have to discard 1 card to play this monument in the 6th position, and it must be played in the 6th position because the lock is right here. Now, if Steph had 2 cards in her 6th position, she cannot play that card because it would be the 3rd card in that spot, and you can only have 2 cards in a column. So certain card effects will refer to adjacent monuments. Monuments are adjacent if they are in the same space, one above the other. Well, let me put one. Let's see if this 4 had moved down to the 2, and this is up here. Hey, these are now adjacent. These are also adjacent. These are not adjacent.
That matters because there's lots of cards that will trigger off of adjacent cards.
Yes. And You cannot voluntarily just swap the positions of two of your cards in your timeline. The first one goes here, the next one goes above. So, um, instead of creating a monument, you could create an artifact. And as I mentioned before, those are the ones with the little grail symbol. Choose an artifact in your hand, place it in one of your 5 spaces here. If all 5 of these spaces are occupied, you can no longer play artifacts. And only certain card effects will let you discard artifacts that you have already played. Let's talk a little bit about the learn action. The learn action lets you take a technology card and put it next to your board like so. So choose one of your available level 1 or 2 technology cards and check its requirements if it has any. For example, this requires that you have 9 lost knowledge on your board.
There you go.
So, like I say, there are some reasons why you might want to take why you might want to let knowledge become lost. Usually you don't, but it's a little bit of give and take. You'll notice 5 monuments in your past, 10 monuments in your past, 3 orange, red or orange. I can't tell what type of monument that is in your past. So certain cards have certain requirements. If there are no requirements, or if you fulfill them on the card, take the card, put it to the right. That's now part of your collection. If there's a little lightning bolt symbol, you immediately apply its effect. If there, as you can see here on the little lightning bolt here, and if it has the little compass rose on it, then it's going to be for end game scoring. So don't refill these technology tiles when you take a card. Whenever one of these rows has a single card left, discard that single card, draw 3 new to replace it, either level 1 or level 2, based on the tile that it's sitting on. As soon as the player has 7 monuments in the past, you flip over one of these level 1s to the level 2 side. So you're going to have 1 level 1 row and 2 level 2 rows from then on. Whoever triggered the 7 monument in the past trigger gets to choose which of these to remove. All of those level 1 technologies become discarded and you fill in new level 2 technologies. This happens exactly 1 time per game. Let's talk a little bit about the archive action. That's the third action you could take. The archive action will let you discard knowledge tokens from monuments in your timeline. Discard as many cards from your hand as you want. For every card you discard that way, remove 1 knowledge from a monument in your timeline and return removed tokens to the reserve. And if you have no knowledge tokens in your timeline, too bad, you cannot discard cards just to get rid of them. So, why would you want to discard those knowledge tokens? Well, like I said, you don't want them to become lost, usually. So, let's talk a little bit about the excavate action. Rotate by 90 degrees as many monument cards in the past as you would like. For every one of those monuments that you rotate, you get to draw 2 of the builder cards and add them to your hand. And that's one of the ways that you can get more cards. Rotated monuments in the past, you have to find a way to rotate them back before you can use them again. Otherwise, you could just tap and rotate, yeah. And no, you can't do that.
No.
So the final action is called search. And this is sort of like the pity action, as Steph likes to call it. And for the search action, you draw 1 card from the build deck, add it to your hand. This is probably not the best play. Expert players will almost never use this action. So
I'm no expert.
Use it sparingly.
Well, ideally, you have other cards that will trigger getting cards somehow without using excavate or search, but we'll see.
So, Remember what I said about you can't willingly just discard cards for no reason at all? You have to actually have a reason to do it.
Right.
The reason for that is you have a hand size limit of 10 cards.
Oh.
Yes. If the builder's deck's ever empty, and I mean it's a huge builder deck, then shuffle it up and create a new deck. After you have taken 2 actions, you move on to the timeline phase. Now, it's not where Steph does 2 actions and I do 2 actions, then we do timeline. No. Steph does 2 actions, then Steph does the timeline phase, then Steph does the decline phase. Hey, what happens in the timeline phase? During the timeline phase, certain monument and artifact effects are triggered. In any order that she chooses, she applies the effects of any of her monuments and artifacts in her playing area that have the little chisel symbol. For example,
I do not have one.
For example, I have, here is the little chisel symbol. If I had this in my area, if I have at least 5 lost knowledge on my board, draw 1 card. Hey, there's a way for me to get extra cards, but I've got to lose some knowledge in order to do that.
Oh, and that's an artifact, so that stays in play the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah.
So that seems really good.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I had that cool card.
Well, I've got it now.
Fine.
So, and then Steph, careful, the effects of monument cards in your past are never active during the game. They're active when they're in your timeline because they are presently in your civilization. When they fall off into the past, you can't use them anymore, other than to rotate them to get extra cards.
Yeah.
Finally, the decline phase. Immediately decline monument cards in the 1 section. If you ever see this symbol on anything, it means decline. You see how you've got a nice little monument spot. It's like tearing down, and finally it goes into decline. You'll see that the monuments look better and better the further over they are on your timeline. When it's 6, they're nice and new. But by the time it gets to 1, they're falling apart into the past. So, when a card goes into decline, if it has that decline symbol on it, you apply its effect. And if it doesn't have that symbol, then nothing happens in that step. If there's knowledge on the card, move those tokens to your lost knowledge zone. Move the card into your past. If you must decline 2 cards, you can decide which one goes first. Do one, follow all the steps, then do the other, follow all the steps. And after you decline all the cards in the 1 space, check your past. If you have 7 cards, it's time to flip. If you have 14 cards, then the end of the game is triggered. Then slide all your other cards that direction towards the past. So 6 becomes 5, 5 becomes 4, etc. So, do not slide any artifacts. They are never going to move. So, monuments that are in the past are going to provide you victory points in the game. So you do actually want these cards to eventually move on into the past. And you want to move them actively into the past so that they will score you those nice, wonderful victory points. However, notice this thing's got 6 knowledge on it and 4 victory points. Currently, that's worth -2 if I do nothing to it. Because those 6 knowledge are going to become 6 lost knowledge, which is -6 points. So you don't want to do
really
that.
Bad.
So keep that in mind. So, as soon as a player has 14 cards in the past, as I mentioned, the end of the game is triggered. We're going to keep playing until everyone's had equal turns. Since Steph is first, I will be last. Then we're going to count up all the victory points in the colored bands for each monument card in your past, whether you rotated them or not. You're going to add victory points from monument card effects in your past, because some of these will have effects for the past. You're going to add victory points for your level 2 technology cards. Some of them are going to be worth a certain number of points. You will add 1 victory point from every monument left in your timeline. But the victory points and the knowledge on these cards do not count for or against you. And then -1 for every lost knowledge. Highest number of victory points is the winner. In the case of a tie, fewest lost knowledge wins. If there's a tie after that, the most ancient player wins the game. And that would be me.
So you simply get 1 point per monument card.
One per monument that have not fallen off into the past.
Not great.
If it's in the past, you're going to get the nice value that is on there. Now, keep that in mind as things are moving 6 to 5 to 4. You might want things to fall off into the past sooner. You might play cards not to the 2 position, but maybe in the 1 position, so they'll fall off before the end of the game triggers.
As I remember, cards are tight, so you don't want to just discard willy-nilly, but yeah, I agree.
And keep in mind, a lot of times the end of the game won't have people having exactly 14. You could have 15. If you've got 13 over here and 2 fall off, hey, you're at 15.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to give you a little bit more, hopefully.
Well, these also give points too. I think,
yes, they do. Some of them do. I'm assuming this is end of the game, get 2 victory points. I think so. End of the game, 2 victory points. So, all right, you get 2 actions.
Hey, it's me. I should look at 3 cards.
I should do the same.
Wow. So this is during the decline phase.
And it says end in end game scoring for what was that? He was correcting me on something, and I'm not sure.
Oh, they don't do anything over here except that they're going to score.
They will score. They will score end game, yeah, for sure. Got it. Good. Thanks, Dan.
All right, so.
Oh, this lightning bolt does indeed happen. Now that I'll take a look at this, it says it's in the colored band. It's not in the colored band. It's next to the colored band. For example, this says if I have at least 3 of these type of monuments in the past, then this monument comes into play with 5 knowledge less. And you might say, well, why do you want 5 knowledge less? Well, that's knowledge you don't have to remove from it. So that's not a bad little trade.
Okay, so
I
think I have an idea of what I'm doing.
I am looking. Oh, I want that.
All right, so this goes here.
What? All right, I'll move these off a little bit.
Each time I learn this color card, discard 1 from any of my monuments.
1 knowledge.
Yeah, and draw a card.
Wow, and you start off with 2 knowledge on that card.
So that's one of my actions.
Yes, it is.
I can play another one thing here. Oh. So I feel like I should do this one, but it's going to cost me a card. So I don't want to do any of that.
What?
So maybe I'll do this. I'll do this. I'm going to do the same thing, but for a different color.
All right.
And so that was that. So my timeline phase, right?
Yes. Activate all of the things that have the chisel symbol. None of yours have the chisel.
Could really use some more cards.
Mm-hmm. So, I am going to do some craziness. I'm going to play this on number 2. That gives me 3 of these. And look, I may create 1 artifact. Every time I create a blue artifact, a blue monument, I draw a card.
Wow.
So this is 1 action only because I had an ability on that monument. Because this is a lightning bolt, happens immediately.
Wow.
And then... What are I need to look at these.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, some of these are really good.
That's not bad. I got plans. Oh.
Yeah, I was looking at those.
I want all my cards, though.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely pushing me in a direction.
Wow. I think I'm going to do this too. These elongated skulls. For each set of 3 knowledge becoming lost knowledge during your decline phase this turn, or any turn because it has the little infinity symbol on it, draw 2 cards. So that seems good. I'm going to move this down here, and that is my turn.
I'm going to do this.
What?
I have to kill a card, though. Well, I'm going to do this first.
What?
Do I have to do anything or just play it here?
That is the act of creating an artifact.
All right, so that says each time you play a monument on space 5 or 6, I may discard up to 2 from one or several of monuments. I think it just means total of 2.
Oh, why didn't you play that before?
I've got tons of ways to remove knowledge.
Let me see here. That's really good. Up to 2 from one or several.
I'm gonna do this now, though.
One or several meaning 1 or 2.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, you can remove 1 or 2.
Guess what?
How about those? How about those? How about those? Seems good.
So now I have a decline thing. So these will slide and decline.
You did do 2 things, yes.
This one says I may learn up to 2 technologies if I fulfill the requirement.
Yeah, when it falls off.
So that's when it falls off.
Yeah, you see the fall off symbol?
Got it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Except ideally you don't have any knowledge getting lost. Yeah, but Dan, I mean, I gotta have some knowledge get lost, am I right?
It's ancient knowledge, so yeah.
I mean, this wants me to get rid of knowledge. It'll be fine. Be fine.
Everything's fine.
Hit me, right?
Yep. Tis the way.
I don't want to get rid
I'm supposed to kill a card. I'm gonna kill this card. I don't know what this card is, but sure.
How about right there?
Yeah. Cool.
You can turn them face up so you don't draw them again accidentally. Oh yeah, because you have the lock, the -1 card on it. I don't want to get rid of these 3 cards.
Okay.
So I think I might take a substandard action.
That seems good.
No, it's not.
Good for me.
Gonna have to. All right, I'm gonna take one.
Yep.
And yep, it is one that I can discard. I mean, I'm actually like a half turn ahead because of this anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Hey.
What's that say?
If I have at least 15 lost knowledge on my board, gain 9 points.
Okay, so if you lose lost knowledge, it's no biggie.
Yeah.
You have to at least get to 15.
I mean, it's still minus 15 plus 9.
Right.
And this comes with 1 lost knowledge on it. Hey, I created a blue. I get a card. Wow. That's sort of why I did that, because, yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. All right, that's nice. And then, hey, look. I lost 3. I get to draw 2 cards.
What?
Yes, this is why I'm losing knowledge.
Wow. That's a lot of cards.
No, I've got 5 now.
All right, so me?
So you?
I'm going to take this.
What? What is that?
It's a blue. And Anaximander.
Anaximander? Discard 1. No, I didn't call for you. Discard one knowledge from each green monument in your timeline.
Seems good.
Ta-da! And
So
she gets to put that over to the side.
So that's immediate. I
That's
I
immediate.
did it, but I also have an ability. Each time I
Yes.
learn that color card, I can discard one from a monument.
Wow.
And I
And draw
draw
a
a
card. That's only one action.
Yeah. What else do I got?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. Deep doo boo boo.
Baba dee baba die. Baba dee baba die. Baba dee da ba.
Um. Oh, that would have been better. All right. So
Oh, I should have done that.
what else can I do? I'm gonna try this one too.
What's this? Oh yeah, you get to draw 5.
So I can remove this.
So draw 5. You choose one. I choose one. You choose one. Done.
Okay. Cool. Oh.
And discard the rest.
Uh-huh. I think. Okay. All right. Here.
Here, these are yours. Mm. Of course, I'm taking that.
Okay. Cool. So these get discarded, but I also get one. I get one because of I draw a card for that.
You get one to wear what?
I draw a card because of that.
Oh,
Thank you. That was 2 things.
that was 2 things.
Now these slippity slide.
Libbity slidey.
Now a ton of cards. Woo-hoo!
Let's go over this way because you're going to need space to move your dudes off the edge of the world.
I can stack them too. I mean,
No.
it's fine. You don't need to see the picture.
No, pretty picture.
Okay.
I want to wait on that one. My goodness.
Yeah. My goodness.
My goodness.
Oh, this gets discarded.
Oh, yes, it does indeed. And then this refills.
Oh. Should have waited on that.
Well, I think I'm going to discard a card to get this dude out. Throw this here, discarding a card. If I have at least 10 on my board, gain 4. Well, that's going to take care of itself in a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I created one of those. I draw a card.
Nice.
Happens every time like that.
Wow.
Well, that's really good too.
Ah.
Ah,
I want to do that first and then that. God, I can't do it. No.
can't help you with that.
Shoot.
Shoot. I guess I'm just going to have to do this. If I have at least 11 cards in my past when I create a monument, I could create 2 instead.
Oh.
So That's not going to help a whole lot, but it's something. And this goes juke, 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 just like that. Alternatively, you know what? I could just discard that. Nope, I think that's fine. I'll take that as it is. Oh, hey, I created one. Get a card.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay, you.
yeah, but I don't want to deal with that. So I could do. Okay, I'm gonna spend one to play this here instead of
Instead of on 2, you put it on
because I don't have a spot in two.
That's true.
Choose 2 available technologies and put them at the bottom of their deck. So I'm gonna choose this one and this one. Those
These
two.
two?
Yeah. And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
I
you paid one of those, right?
paid a card to put it there.
Oh, that's 5 or 6, not
Yeah.
3. Yeah, you need 3.
This.
Hey, you got another one on 3.
Yeah.
4 more, and you may learn one technology if you fulfill its requirements. Do you fulfill its requirements? And there's a lot of them there.
Okay. I'm going to do this.
Whoa. Move it.
I think I'll do this one.
All right, that isn't playing it in the space.
It says move one monument
Yes.
into another available space.
Yes, that doesn't help your genetic disc, but it does move it. It does keep.
Oh, this no.
It does keep it on your board.
I also played this colored card, so I get to discard one of these, and I get a draw card.
Yeah, she wants to keep that one refreshed.
So that goes.
Basically.
This goes filled it up.
Fill it up.
Everything slippity slides.
When those discard, do they discard to the bottom of the deck or do they discard off the board? I want to look. I want to look at that. Learn. Discard it to the pile next to the deck. And then you do shuffle the discard pile to make a new deck. And if there are not enough, you discard the tile to the box. That's interesting. Well, that's too bad what you just did right there.
This?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
That's too bad.
Okay.
Because I was going to move this up. Was going to move it.
That would have been great.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
Create me a card generating engine, I think. All right. If I have at least 3 artifacts on my board, draw a card. And if I have at least 5 of these lost knowledge tokens on my board, I draw a card. So I'm going to be drawing cards.
That's a lot of cards.
I'm going to be drawing cards.
Artifacts.
Yes.
Wow.
4 out of 5. Unfortunately, that's 4 out of 5. Hey, look, I have 3 artifacts on my board. I should probably do that.
Yeah.
Did it.
You still have a hand limit of 10.
I have 4 in my hand.
I know.
Hmm.
So it's my turn.
Yep.
You.
I don't know if I've lost knowledge on my board, unfortunately.
All right, I'm gonna take this.
All right, that goes there. This goes off.
Discard up to 3 cards and draw 1 card for each card discarded. I'm discarding 1.
You're going to take one.
Then I get 1 for free because that's what happens with the yellow.
With the yellows.
And then I'll hopefully pick something up. Oh.
Ah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna play this
What?
artifact. Each time I learn a yellow, I draw 2 cards. A bit late. But sure. So this slip slides off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some
Those
lost
go over.
knowledge.
Those go over. Goes over. Is that it?
Yeah. Not cool, man.
I really wish I had more than just one card to rotate.
Oh yeah, because you can do any number of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rotate the one I've got to draw 2. And then. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to play this on 5 by discarding 2. There's 2. Discard. Starts off with 3. All right, these fall off. Just like so. It's here. Oh, wait. I have this. Yep, 1 card. Oh, and I created a blue. Another card.
Just gonna have lots of lost knowledge.
It's me.
That's not great, let me tell you. All right. I'm gonna do this. When I learn, I may reduce one of the values of technology requirements.
Nice.
So I will take this blue thing here. I no longer have the bonus for blue, but that's okay. So I get 3 cards for the cost. It says have 2 green in my pass. I have 1, but I can reduce it by 1. So one of the values requirements.
You reduce one of the values of the technology requirements. Okay.
And then everything slippity slides. I have to lose these.
You have a lot of lost knowledge now.
Yeah, not great. I thought I could do better.
Now you have 3 in the past.
Yeah, I do. Then they
And me.
go. Oh, this is supposed to.
I don't want that many, but I'm going to have to end up taking that many. I think. No, I'm going to do this again. I'm fishing, actually. That's not as pretty as your Zulkin board.
No, mine's really pretty.
And then I think I will do this. I can discard this from my board. If I do, straighten up the 4 monuments from my past.
Oh.
Hey, I've got at least 3 on my board. I draw a card. Hey, this falls off. I now have 5 on my board.
Okay. What else?
Well, that's it.
All right. Not great cards. So I'm gonna play this one. I have to lose a card. I'm gonna lose that card. And I put 2 on it. And then I can't even play that. I can't play that. Great. I could play that. Sure. So now in the timeline phase, I can use this ability. Move a monument in your timeline with 0 to any other available space. I love this.
All the way up.
Yeah, why not? And then decline phase, this is happening, so I can learn up to 2 technologies if I fulfill the requirement.
Okay. Scoot, scoot, scoot.
So I'm going to learn this one.
Discard 3 from your board.
Yeah.
Lost knowledge.
Yeah.
Got it. Seems good.
And what else can I do?
I don't know.
Need to learn a yellow one.
That's going to give you a card.
Yeah, and it gives me an additional card. And I can remove one.
What's it going to give you an additional card?
Well, it actually gives me a card for this and 2 more for this.
Oh. Each time you learn.
Yeah.
So you get 4 more.
Each time I learn a yellow.
Oh, just a yellow. So there's your 4 cards.
Yeah.
This disappears. They come out. Me.
Yep. Boom. Wow.
Let me look at something real quick. Oh, yeah. I am going to play this on 1. I have to discard. I have to discard 2 for the difference. I get 7 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hey, I created one. I get a card.
Cool.
And I do want a lot. I don't know if I want that many.
It's true.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, place it down here, get rid of this. Choose a monument in my timeline with at least 5. Discard 3 from it.
I figured you were gonna do that.
You're gonna have 4.
Yeah. Figured.
All right. So that was 2 things. I do have 3. I draw a card. I have 5 lost, so I draw a card. This falls off. I draw 2 cards because I have a set of 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This falls off. These go over.
Well, it'd be stupid not to do that. So you're done. I'm doing this. Putting 4. Then I'm going to take this yellow, which says discard as many knowledge from my timeline as the number of these because I didn't want you to get that.
What?
Mummification.
You discard 4 knowledge, 3 knowledge?
I discard 3, but I also do 1 more because I have my ability in play.
Got it.
And so I draw 3 cards. Then I can move this here, and then everything slippity slides.
Slippity slidey.
Okay, I did my turn.
None of these are very good. So archive is discard 1 from any of my monuments for each card discarded. Well, I'm sitting there on a sea of cards, so that's probably fine. I will place this on 2. And it says if I have at least 3 of those in my past, this monument comes into play with 5 less. How about 1? That seems nice.
Wow.
That seems very nice. Yeah, you need to do that. Sort of want to do that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Me too. Not great.
Let's see. Oh, and then I played one, so I get a card. And that didn't help.
Not great. Not great.
I'm gonna have to do this.
Really don't like my cards.
This has 8 on it. 5 and I think those are 5s.
Yeah.
Check the front of the book.
We'll go with 5.
Those are 5. If I have at least 3 in the past, it has 6 less, but I do not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You get 10 cards.
I have 8.
Oh, so you get 2.
I get 2. So I'll check in hand limit.
Got it.
This goes off. Those go over. This goes here.
Cool.
We're looking at 5 in the past.
So it's me.
It's you.
I'm gonna play this. It says then I'm gonna play this over here. I have to kill a card for it. And the 4 of these, it's oh. Alright, so when that comes into play, I can remove 2 from it. And what I so this goes oh no, now I'm in the timeline phase. So I draw a card because I have a card that says it. 1 card, please. And then we shift a doozy.
5 for you. Scoot and scoot, 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 scoot. Got it?
Yeah.
I decide what I'm doing here. I'm going to play this. On the timeline phase, I am going to discard 1 from each orange adjacent to this card. Seems good. And then I draw 1 because that was that color. If I have at least 20 lost knowledge on my board, gain 12. No, that's a little extreme, I gotta say. 15 is already bad enough. Or what? No, 10. And then I will, and then I have to discard 1 for this. And I'm going to check my hand limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be 9. So I might as well put this 1 over. Maybe 2 over.
Wow.
I'm going to go 2 over. Comes with 2. Discard 1 from each of my other ones. I'm already at hand limit. Just about. So I'm going to discard from those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And I learned 1, so that's 8.
Whoa, nice.
I discard 1 during the timeline phase. These fall off. That is 7.
Wow.
This comes over here. This comes over here. 1, 2 more cards.
When do you flip one of these things?
Now.
Okay.
I'm still doing the timeline phase.
Yeah.
Before the decline. The decline just happened. I'm looking at my cards. Oh, I like that. And then I'm going to kill this. Whoosh. We got another 2 board coming.
Okay.
Hey, you. That's nice. I like that.
Well, that's not great. Let's see.
Yeah, that is that 15 card right there.
I'm going to I'm gonna discard 3 cards.
Yep, to get rid of 3.
Yeah.
Seems good.
And then I'm going to. This one goes here. It enters play with 1 less knowledge for each green in my past.
So
it's
5 less.
free.
How about free?
Yep.
No extra.
And then timeline phase, I'm gonna move this one over to here.
For which ability? You may move a monument in your timeline with 0 to any available space. Okay.
And then it's the end here. So these go. So this happens. What?
Don't forget to do that. Discards a total of 7 or less from one or several of your other monuments. It looks like you have 8 total, so
Yeah.
looks like a good plan.
Oh, and I'm supposed to draw a card.
How about this card?
That was great. Perfect.
Perfect.
Done.
Dune. Oh, I didn't keep that. That's too bad. I should have found a way to move that.
Okay.
I'm going to probably get rid of a lot of cards.
Cool.
1, 2. That's actually nice.
Nice.
I see nice. 2, 3. Four. Five. If I do 6, they're all gone.
Hey, Ruel, how's it going?
Hey, Ruel. 6 discards.
That's awesome.
6 discards is 6 of those gone. And that is pretty darn good.
Did you like quicksand, Ruel? We really like quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
We really like getting ancient knowledge too. I think it's interesting.
It's different.
Yeah. I probably recommend playing with lower player counts.
My other of these will interplay with 1 fewer. I draw this because I put 1. This disappears.
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself some space by straightening up a couple of monuments.
Wow.
I don't need the cards as much anymore. These fall off.
If they're not straight at the end of the game, do you lose points?
No. No, I don't.
So me.
I draw 2 cards and then you.
All right, because this is really the only thing I can play. I'm going to take that. Each of my opponents discard one card from their hand.
Nice.
I mean, it's not great, but I really wanted these to fill in. What?
3, 6, 9, 11. I don't have as much as I need. It's just some of these cards that are hilarious.
Quicksand's pretty great.
Discarding that.
All right, can you fill in the next
Yeah.
technologies?
Technology. Did it.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna take this one.
What's that? Draw 3 cards? And an
Yeah,
extra card?
and then 2 more.
5 cards.
Yeah.
Wow. Fancy.
I figured that was not bad. I need some killing power.
Killing power.
Got to kill things.
No.
So this slides down, these slide over, and then I'm done. Oh, I get 1 card because I have that ability.
Where what? You draw 1?
Yep.
That it?
Sure. I can move this over here. Forever. I have 8 cards in the past. This game ends once 14 cards are in the past.
Yes. I have 9 in the past.
Oh.
One's about to go into the past.
That's what I gotta do with that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of an interesting one. Great.
I have to discard 1 for this one.
I like that.
This comes in with 1. I must discard a card for it. I get a card.
Sweet.
Blah. It's horrible.
Horrible. I gotta do this custard.
I'm going to play this, discarding 1 card to move it 1 slot. All right. Unfortunately, 2 more go to my collection here. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a 13. All right, this comes down here. I'll look at 8 cards.
Wow.
Choose 1. Discard the rest. Is there anything good in here?
Nope.
Probably not. Boo.
Earns.
Boo earns. You're gonna have to take that one. I mean, I really want those other ones, but just can't do it. All right, I've got 3 and 5, so 2 more cards coming at me.
And you already aged everything?
Yep, because that's what this happened.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna discard 3 cards to play these 2 things.
Okay.
They each get lots of things on them.
No, it's no big deal. You don't care.
Kind of care. Okay, and then I'm going to move this. Then I get a card. No, do I? Let me see. I think I lost it. No, I moved it. I do get a card. I do get a card. And then everything slides. Slide. 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 Okay. You. Okay.
That's never going to happen. Sadly.
Hmm. You didn't really go for technologies this game.
No, I'm about to go for some now, though. I've got 4 on my board.
You do.
I've got 10 in my past. This falls it. This goes over. I get 2 more cards.
Me?
I did my 2.
Okay.
And I did my thing.
Yeah.
I am at 12.
I don't know what I'm at. All these are bad. Uh, could do that. Drop the cards. Or I could just do this. Oh, okay. I'm gonna draw 3 cards with this.
1, 2, 3.
Maybe I get something I want. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should play that.
Hmm.
That's a question. I'm going to
Tour.
play this. Two there. And then because I did that, I can remove 2 from down here. And then I'm in my timeline phase, so I draw a card. And I can move something. 1. Alright, and then slide and slide and slide.
Can't let you have those.
What do you mean?
Can't let you have these points.
Why?
It's a lot of points.
How can you stop it?
By going out this turn.
Okay.
Oh, look at it. What can I do it?
Oh, this goes
Three more. Unfortunately, we don't lose knowledge. We don't lose knowledge that's up here. So you won't lose any of that stuff. Each set of 3 different types. So you got that's a 6.7 point card right there.
6, 7 point.
And this is a 7 point card.
Yeah. But I'm also losing 6 points because unless I can get rid of them, which maybe.
Right.
Maybe. Depends on if you want 2 turns or not.
Well, I do, but I don't think I can do it. I can't do it and get some cool points. So
I'm not good at discarding cards.
yeah, you have to actually do that.
But after I'm looking at everything, oh yeah, I gotta discard cards for that I just played.
2, 1. Yeah. So I can't play that one. This one I can play. This I have to discard a card. And a discard a lost knowledge. This thing gets 3 minus 1 is 2 on it. And then if I play this, it gets 1 on it for no points. This will get 3 on it for 2 points. Did I get my card for that? No, I did not get my card for that. Be good. Something good.
Be good.
If I have at least 17 lost knowledge on my board, I can learn a technology if I meet its requirement.
Not bad for you.
It's not bad, but it's not going to happen. All right, this thing is going to get 3. I discard 2 from one adjacent. Up, it's 3 or less. I have to discard a card for that. All 3 of these are going to hit here.
Yeah, super low.
That goes here. That goes. I don't think so.
Well,
I've got a lot of minuses, so we'll see.
Really, last player advantage is like pretty crazy that I don't get another turn.
You were first.
So why doesn't everybody get one more turn?
I think you should talk to the designer.
Reread it. Make
To
sure.
yellow. I'll reread it. Okay, I'll reread it.
Yeah, because that just is a non-feel.
I joined up, didn't see Steph, but I heard her. I was like, "Is Steph calling in?"
Yep, I'm calling.
She's up here. Yeah, you should talk to Remy Matthew. Continue playing until each player has played the same number of turns. Use the first player token. Then proceed to
It's
final
really
scoring.
bad going first.
Um,
And if you're going last in a 4-player game, you get an extra card.
if you're going third or fourth,
Exactly.
you get
It's
an extra card.
Way better.
Well, they seem to think that was first player advantage.
Which
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get two cards at the end. Not that it matters a great deal, but so going to the score. Total of normal points. What you got over here? Adjust your points on cards.
9.
9. Well, maybe I did win.
Yeah.
All right. Victory points from monument card effects in your past. They have the little compass rose on the thing here. Oh. This discards one from my board on the chisel phase. Wow. Too bad I didn't see that.
Yeah, I needed that card.
All right, I have 15 on my board, so I'm going to get 9 for that. Gain 1 for each blue in my pass. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 total. 1 for Monument and Timeline, 20 total. I do have 10 on my board, 24. Do you have any extras?
14.
Add victory points for your level 2 techs. 5.
Got any? No.
1 for each monument left in your timeline.
5.
So you had no level 2s. And minuses, -2.
Yep.
All right.
This is terrible.
14, 23, 28. -2 is 26. 24, 32. 33, 30, 26 to 38.
Good job. Crushed me.
Sorry. Sorry. So I tried the lost knowledge strategy. It did work, but I had to get a ton of points to make up for the huge negative. There and the one that I picked up is like, hey, if you got -20, I should in retrospect, maybe I should have kept it. It's hard to say.
Yep.
So, it's a really cool puzzle. And I think each of the 3 monument types are significantly different.
Yeah, because you're definitely doing one type of strategy with green and one type of strategy with blue and one type of strategy with orange. So you could do a little bit all of it, or you could really focus. You focused on blue. I focused on green.
Heavily on blue.
Yeah.
But that's what that starting hand started out with was a whole bunch of blue, and so you've got to play to your strength at that point. Um, of course, things will be different when you do the draft. Well, not the draft, but the initial, draw 10, choose 6, because you have to start formulating your opening strategy from the get go. And
yeah, the starting hands that they provide really give you that strategy. Like mine
It
was
does.
all about
It
getting
really does.
technologies.
It
and
really
yours
does.
was not about that.
And you love getting technologies anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's good. Cool things. I didn't get any of the level 2, which was I couldn't. I didn't meet any requirements.
Sophia gave you the best mood award.
Thanks. I still like the game. I think it's pretty good. I wish that I got one more turn, because one more turn would have given me like half of my points.
Well, that's why I was like, I got to short circuit that, because I see a lot of points there.
Well,
and so
yeah, so I
had to do it.
It was not a non-feel good moment.
Sorry.
Well, that's the game, right?
That's the game. And you'll get me.
The game.
You'll get me next time whenever I'm first player.
Yes.
I mean, Dot did choose you to go first.
So if you get the opportunity to play this game, make sure you're going last. That's all I'm saying.
Intentionally take last. I don't. Yeah. A lot of people might not know. Whenever on 4-player game night, when I'm chosen to go first, what do I usually say?
No.
That's exactly what I say. No, just like that. I knew you would say it exactly the right way too. No, that's what happens. Because I don't like going first and then everyone following in behind. I sort of like to wait and see what people are doing, and then take the
something else,
whatever's weakest, whatever is least trodden upon, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, the game came in at 30 minutes a player. I think that's what it says on the box anyway. Yeah, it says 30 minutes a player on the box. And that's what it took. It took us an hour to play. It took like 25 minutes to teach and then an hour to play. So
and actually it's been a while since I played.
Yeah.
Once you get used to the cards and the strategies, you will go a whole lot faster than the 30 per player, I think.
It's true.
So for sure, I think
it's pretty good. I like it. And yeah. Happy that we could show it.
Splitty says you want to sniff out the weakest player so you can then stalk them. I get it.
Yep.
I mean,
what happens.
Always the traitor.
True.
So that is ancient knowledge from Yellow. And if you enjoyed this teach and playthrough, even if you don't enjoy first player advantage or disadvantage, and you want to see more just like it, go to our YouTube channel at BoardGamerSteph, or you can join us on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph every
Wednesday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Central.
That's right, Jelfia. Right? Jelfia, 5 p.m. Central, where we stream through 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch where we play
all the games. And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.